Hey, it's Camo from Nashville Access Facebook Live. It's the Ocean Way sessions today.
Yes.
We're at Ocean Way Studios on Music Row in Nashville, which is a cool studio. If you've never been here or recorded here, if you're not an artist, don't worry about it, because you really can't record anything then. But we're here for a really cool reason. We're with Jagertown.
Yes.
Or a couple of Jagertown.
Everybody else is downstairs getting tracking. So yeah.
Introduce yourselves to the nice
Preston
people.
Creed,
and Elizabeth Anderson.
Danny, Jesse, and Dimitri are all downstairs.
Yep.
So.
Now, we last caught up in February or March during CRS,
Yep.
and you guys had kind of your first stuff out.
We did, yeah. We had dropped our first single, and it was neat to see it do what it did on the charts. And the new one is far exceeding that, and it just keeps going. So it's exciting. Still got a couple months left and going, and see how we do.
And the reason you're here is because you're cutting new stuff.
We are, yeah. we're super lucky and blessed. We get to play. We've been here the last week with Matt McClure, so he's fantastic. Did a bunch of Lee Bryce's stuff, and he's bringing out some pretty neat stuff. So
I was listening to some of the stuff downstairs, and wow.
Thank you.
It's even,
especially
that
in the
was
rough
rough
era.
cut.
Yeah.
That was like a rough cut.
I know it was, and that's
That
even.
was
I mean, it even blows away what you've already done. So
Thank
I
you.
can't wait. This is going to be really cool.
It's very, very sweet of you.
Super excited. Yeah, it's always a little bit nerve-wracking, when you show up to Music City, USA here, where everything's going on, and you got a handful of songs. We sent Matt a bunch of stuff a couple months ago, and he listened through everything, and the ones that he chose are the ones that we're doing. So it's exciting.
Is that really different for you, that process?
It is different. It's different than what we've done in the past, but we're here to grow, and you trust the process, and you come in and work with a guy like Matt, a guy like Jeff King and Adam and all the guys that are kind of on the team there, and you go, well, they've been there, they've done that, they know what it needs to be, so kind of just let them take the reins, and we have a lot of fun ideas, and it's cool to go back and forth. There's a great energy and vibe in there, a lot of laughs.
Because y'all are really hands-on with your stuff, so is it hard to back off and trust somebody to make Jagertown?
I don't think so. I mean, I think at the end of the day, we just want to do, it's kind of like you said, you want to grow. So if you want to grow, then you have to be stretched. And
trust the pros.
And trust the pros, trust the process.
Trust the pro, trust the process,
So we're okay with it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, you aren't from Nashville.
We're not. We're out of Salt Lake City, Utah.
Which is weird hearing about a country band from Salt Lake. I mean, not that they don't exist.
Right. Not
but
since Shadazy, right?
Yeah. You think California and Nashville and Texas and sometimes up north, but
surprisingly, there's a lot of bands even recently that have had success out of the Wasatch Front, which is what they call where we live. I mean, you got like Imagine Dragons, Neon Trees, guys like the Used that did it years ago, but. Brandon Flowers is from Utah originally, from the Killers. So there's a lot of big music that's come out of there, even in the recent years. But country-wise, we're gonna kick the door
down.
Speaking of kicking the door down, the buzz that I've been hearing just in the past couple months about y'all is incredible, and I don't often, in the Nashville bubble, you hear kind of stuff about different groups and stuff, but Jagertown specifically, I've been hearing stuff the past couple months about how big you're going to be, how good you are, and how you're just blowing the doors off of everybody.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to do something that's a little maybe different from what Nashville has been used to for the last few years, which has come out as be a band, be a band, and be a band that writes and plays our own music too. And so that's a little,
That was, I think it was Tim McGraw that, first really got the headlines for bringing his road band into the studio. But you guys are a band, so why wouldn't you?
Right. Totally. Exactly. Yeah. It's exciting, and it's cool to see. I think everybody who's playing and when we're singing, we trust the process of what they're doing. But it feels really good to know that you're on your own track, and that for me,
it's your product.
It's your product.
It's your product. It's your soul going into it.
The song that we're doing today is actually the first song that I ever have written with Liz. So even though we've been a band for 11 years,
he normally doesn't let me in on the
it's not like
the word process.
Yeah, actually, I and Dimitri, the drummer, the song just came to fruition like a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
And we'd already sent tracks to Matt, but I got a hold of Jim and I was like, you gotta let him hear this thing. I think it's country. I think it's straight ahead. I think it's all hook driven. And he had already chosen another song, and then when Jim sent him that, he got right back to him and was like, no, we should do that one. Let's just do that. So.
Now, yesterday was kind of a big day. You were at WSM.
That was way fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was really, really fun.
Devin, she's so great.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's amazing.
To come from Salt Lake and be on The Legend,
right.
WSM, how cool is that?
It was awesome. And that studio that was our first time going to, the Opryland and all that. And so the way that studio is set up with kind of being a fishbowl.
Yeah.
Once they see you walk in and pull out guitars, it's a crowd shows up,
it was cool.
and it was
really
neat.
Cool.
So they're behind you and you're live and you say, don't mess this up, right?
I remember when there used to be a theme park around that whole place.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that.
You want to do a song?
Love to.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We thought we would play what we're getting ready to record.
Yes, we're all
in 10
tuned up,
minutes.
so.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we'll just get warmed up for that. This one's called Alone Tonight.
Jagertown.
No, we don't have to be alone, honey, pick up that phone. I got plans, I can break them, I would swallow my pride. Lend an ear, be a shoulder, keep the night from getting colder. You and me all tangled up till the morning light. We don't have to be alone tonight. We don't have to be alone tonight. Alone, alone, alone tonight. Alone, alone, alone tonight. So you're not gonna wait for me. There's a lot you're going through. Wanna be that man that you know you can call when another glass of wine leads to a shot of whiskey. Never too far away, and I'll pick up the pieces. 'Cause we don't have to be alone, honey, pick up that phone. I got plans, I can break them, I will swallow my pride. Lend an ear, be a shoulder, keep the night from getting colder. You and me all tangled up until the morning light. We don't have to be alone tonight. No, we don't have to be alone tonight. Alone, alone, alone tonight. Alone, alone, alone tonight. Just another night with friends, the same old same again. Thinking about the way it's been, and then I see you calling. Another round of beers leads to 3 shots of whiskey. It's like I'm almost there, and I can taste you kiss me. 'Cause we don't have to be alone, honey, pick up that phone. I got plans, I can break them, I would swallow my pride. Lend an ear, be a shoulder, keep the night from getting colder. You and me all tangled up until the morning light. No, we don't have to be alone, honey, pick up that phone. I got plans, I can break them, I would swallow my pride. Lend an ear, be a shoulder, keep the night from getting colder. You and me all tangled up until the morning light. We don't have to be alone tonight. No, we don't have to be alone tonight. Alone, alone, alone tonight. Alone, alone, alone tonight.
Very cool. Oh, I like that song a lot.
It's got a little different. It's a departure for us a little bit. I think it'll be we're gonna do some fun stuff that maybe we haven't really delved into before. I mean, a little mixture of some canned program drums along with what Meter's gonna do, and it's gonna have a little bit of a dancey head nod feel. So it should be fun. It should be
Neat.
fun.
You guys kind of straddle that line between country and southern rock a little bit.
We do, and we hear that a lot. And it was funny talking to Matt about that as we were getting ready to come out here. And when the first time you're recording with somebody, especially of this caliber, you know, you want to have some good conversation and you want to be on the same page. And I think he explained it really well. Like he said, look, man, the genre is, and this is what I was telling Devin the other day, you know, she was saying a similar kind of thing. This is what I've been hearing, and this is what some of the influences. And I said, you know, the way Matt said it, the genre is pretty wide open, you know, for good quality music. All the way on one end, you have something that's, you know, like Sam Hunt. I mean, that's pushing a whole different boundary. Maybe the middle of the road, you got guys like on that book right there, Jason Aldean, you know, he's more the center of the road, those kind of guys. And then all the way over here, you've got like somebody like my hero, like Stapleton, you know. I mean, and it's just, I mean, I don't know how you would categorize somebody like him, you know, Chris. I mean, he's somewhere in there, you know, bluegrass to
blues,
to rock to soul. You know, I mean, there's just, I think the genre is okay with it if it's good. Yeah, you know.
You know, country music has always been a very big tent,
right?
And it's always been able to absorb some of the stuff. Getting, you know, to the words of Sam Hunt end is really pushing that boundary.
It's a different, it's a different level. It's totally different. Sure. I mean, I think Florida guys like Florida Georgia Line were moving. You know, they're kind of toward that edge, and then he just like went, oh, okay, I'll just go around and go all the way. You know what I mean? But I mean, what is the guy? He's just blown up. You know, and I don't know. Sometimes I think it's subject content. You know, there's certain strains that roll through country, and those aren't going to change. Some of the influences and the sounds, they're going to continue.
I mean, like Body Like a Back Road. If you listen to the lyrics, it's a pure country song,
right?
But the arrangement and the production makes it
something totally different.
Sure.
Do you ever have that kind of hard time about figuring if you should go beyond the boundary too much?
Yeah, I think.
Because I know everybody deals with this. George Strait even deals. He would go up to that line and then just step it back a little bit, you know, for so he wouldn't anger his bass core fans.
I think our show is always going to be like a rock and roll show. I mean, that's just who we are.
Kind of my fault.
Once you're doing splits and back bends and, you know, playing fiddle upside down, you know, it is always going to have that edge. As far as music goes, I just think you be yourself. And hopefully, if you're trying to do what's already going on, or you know, sound like what you think is working right now, you're already behind the curve.
Well, Sarah Evans even said that. You know, if I came out and released Suds in the Bucket over and over and over again, that's not who I am as an artist.
Well, and it's even harder when you haven't gotten to that place yet. So it's better, I think. You know, I've heard a lot of artists, a lot of really successful people, kind of talk about this, but I think if you just stay true to yourself and you keep writing your songs, which I don't think there's more of a way to be more true to yourself. If you're writing your music, then that is obviously who you are. You know,
is that always going to be, at least in the foreseeable future, a core value of you writing your own stuff?
I hope so. Yeah.
Guaranteed.
I love it. I mean, that's definitely kind of something that's everybody else in the band is way better musicians than me. But that's the one thing I can kind of bring to the band is songwriting. But I think we'd be open to writing.
No, of course. I mean, of course. No, that would be totally cool.
Yeah, I'd write with somebody else.
We're not going to stop.
For sure.
Stop.
So if Chris Stapleton's listening and he'd like to
we're in.
I'll call him.
Yeah, please. That would be amazing.
Okay.
I heard about your show Monday night.
It was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
You blew everybody away.
Thanks, Camo. It was a lot of fun. It was. It's neat to be there with Captain Jack, and it was. We've played with Triponi a handful of times, and Heidi. They're awesome.
Heidi is. I mean, she's just so tiny, but just
she's a firecracker, man. Yeah, she's on stage and she just goes for it. It's killer. So it was a lot of fun. It was neat to play. It was neat to play on Broadway, and it was neat to play our own music. With that.
Yeah, I mean, CMA week and playing Lower Broad. That's got to be a buzz.
Yeah, it was awesome. And to get up there and be able to, you know, do your stuff.
Do your original,
And there was a lot. There was a nice line of people. I mean, it was packed in there, and the people up front. I mean, they were singing every word, so that was cool. I mean, they had actually listened.
Cool. Yeah,
so that was nice. Yeah.
I'm really excited for you.
Thanks,
I think big things are.
It's good to see you.
They're
awesome.
like this far away from you.
Push them over the edge.
So what have you got planned for the new year? We're going into Christmas, Thanksgiving, all that kind of stuff.
Everything kind of slows down. I mean, this is going to be a process to get this music done. And then we're still, you know, the Small Town Superstars, the single is still climbing. So if people want to know what Jagertown's about, you know, go to Jagertown.com. You can find it on Spotify. It's there, iTunes, however you like to get your media. You know, please check out the song. Give it a listen. If it's not spinning where you are, give them a call. Say, hey, this is starting to
demand it. Radio stations love that when you call and say, why aren't you playing that?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they really appreciate that. But hey, if enough people say it nicely,
that's right.
Yeah, so that's the single that's still going, and you never want to jump off that ship as it's climbing. You want to keep riding that, and so hopefully that's a vehicle to whatever's next, and if it just keeps going, great. And then I can't wait to hear what we do here. This time of year is a lot of already booking festivals and fairs and stuff. Some of our good friends and sponsors, the Hudson family, they actually flew out to Nashville with us. They have a big arts country festival in Utah that's kind of rivals with Country Jam. Very similar thing. It's a 3-day huge fest. Last year we got to play with Thomas Rhett. He was,
it was fun.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was super cool. But so they're here. They wanted to come out and experience it with us. We're already booking shows. The bus is back home, with a heater block on, waiting for us. It was snowing when we left, so But we still play. We still definitely play. We got quite a good handful of shows in the next few months, but then really looking to the spring and stuff too.
Sweet. It's great seeing you because when we first met back in February, I was kind of getting to know who you were as a group, and to see just the trajectory just in these past few months is just incredible. So
thanks, man.
Good luck with everything.
We really appreciate coming by.
Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
totally.
Great. Jagertown, check them out, get their music and buy it so that they can continue to put the heater block in the bus.
That's right.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us.